y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I am the local business marketing, training, and support specialist with Builderall. So today we're going to continue in our series of how to create your own course. And so if this is your first time joining me for this training, I am live in my group and on my YouTube channel and my profile and lots of places. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's New York time. If you guys want to join me, you can also text me. Let me use this really cool function here to show on the screen. You can also text me if you have questions or whatever, or you can comment below this video in wherever you're watching. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the videos that we already have uploaded to the booking app inside of Builderall. And again, I want to just let you know that all the tools that we're using to build the course and the course funnel are all inside of Builderall. Okay, so there's never going to be a tool. Well, actually, Canva. I use Canva a lot, but Canva has a free plan that's really great. So aside from that, all of the tools that we're going to be using in this whole training are in Builderall. So if you have a Builderall subscription, you can even join and have the free plan, but more than enough to get through all of the training, okay? Definitely go back and watch the previous trainings if you missed them, because Monday we talked about how to find PLR products if you want to create a course funnel, but maybe you don't know how to create a course, or maybe, you know, a lot of times like people get into affiliate marketing, they have no interest in branding themselves, but you can use a PLR product, which I showed you on Monday how to find, and then use that content for your course funnel. But also you can use it to brand yourself if that's what you're interested in. And you can also just learn the skills of doing this and then use those skills to help other people who want to create a course. Okay. So lots of opportunities, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to actually create the e-learning, because Tuesday we uploaded, was that Tuesday? So long ago, I feel like. So we already have the videos, we uploaded to the video manager, and today what we're going to do is add them to the e-learning. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to share my screen. And okay, cool beans. All right, so if you guys have questions, I will pause and look at your questions, and you know, and be able to see them and answer them. But so right now we're in the Builderall dashboard, okay? And you see that if you've added the tools to your dashboard, it's going to be here. Since Builderall has over 40 tools, I like to just use this menu here. So if you've already used it and added it to your dashboard, it'll be here. And if you've never used it, you can always add it here. So let's go to the e-learning platform. And in preparation for this video, as we talked about before, it was really nice to have the video titles with the time of the videos. You can see here. And I told you when we go to start creating the actual e-learning, that this will come in handy. Okay, so this is why I pulled this up, because I want to know when we start uploading to the e-learning how long the actual training is. So I'm going to minimize that. So this is what the homepage of the e-learning looks like. So let's go ahead and click here and create new course. So we're going to call this product. Actually, what are we calling this? Let me look at my PLR here. I think we're calling this product launch, maybe. Was launch your own course. I want to make sure to get it exactly right, the exact title. Okay, launch your online course is what we're calling this. So launch your online course. And we'll go ahead and I'll make myself the instructor. If you had a business, though, you could add the instructor name as your business. It's whatever, there's so many ways of customizing this. We can choose a category or we can make up our own. I'm just going to go ahead and choose business and management and we'll click next. So now we need to upload an icon and it needs to be 100 by 100 pixels. And this is going to be the icon for the course. So let's go ahead. And I told you the only other software, there's me. The only other software I'm going to show you to use is going to be Canva. And so since it needs to be 100 by 100, we can actually go create here or create a design. And let's put in 100 by 100 and create a new design. So now this canvas here is going to be exactly the size that we need. So let's go to elements. And since this has to do with a course, we could type in a course. I actually use this as my favicon because this is the logo for my business. So I'll just go ahead and use this one here. But if you wanted to, you could type in like maybe course or something, and you could use any of these. So it's really up to you, whatever you choose to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this to save some time. We're going to call this course logo to keep things straight. And we'll go ahead and download. Now, when you download, you can choose the file type here. So you want PNG or JPEG or, even a video. PNG is always the best choice for a high quality image. And then also, if you want the background to be transparent, you can check this box here. Okay, so that means when I upload this image to our course, do I want the background to be clear or do I want it to have a white background as we see here? So I always want it to be transparent because whether they have a browser that is black, purple, red, white, whatever, I want it to take on the background of that tab. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the transparent background and I'm going to click download. So now let's go ahead. I'm in G Drive here. Let me go ahead and create a new folder. So we're going to call this course launch graphics. Because again, we want to stay organized. I am not a very organized person, so I wish I practiced what I preached here. So now we have a new folder, and I'm going to save that graphic here to this folder. That way it's easy for me to find later on. So now what I need to do is upload this graphic here. So now I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to, what do we call this? Course. Like I said, I try to stay organized and it doesn't really work. All right, so course, launch your course. Oh, what did I call it, guys? Comment in the thing. What did I call this course? Hey, Alvin. Hey, Andy. No, Andy, I'm not using my new camera today. That thing is like, I feel like I'm building a rocket ship or something. I have to figure it out. Let's see. What do we call this thing? Okay, if you forget what you called it, you can always go back to Canva and see. Let's see, course logo. Let's try to download it again, and it'll tell me exactly where it was. Okay, so there's my course logo, and it's on the desktop, Vision Graphics, course launch graphics. But I can also minimize this. I'm going to close out of that. And let me pull this back up. So Vision Graphics, course launch graphics. All right, there we go. So I'm going to double click that. Oops. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I just fake it really well. Okay, so you can drag that there. So now we have our icon for our course, and let's go ahead and click next. So now we want to create a new course. So let's click here to create new course. And you see there's our logo there, but of course, you could have your image, whatever you want to do. So now we can add a course description, but here's a little tip. Since we used PLR, let's go and look at PLR, ID PLR. Let's go. I'm going to show you something that I do because sometimes, let me log in here. Sometimes, let me see if I can remember my password. Okay. So I'm going to use this window because I'm already logged in. This is why I wanted to show you guys real time. Like, see, I know in our videos sometimes it may look like we just have it all going on. I don't know why this window is not opening for me. All right, I have no idea why. All right, sorry guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just go to the file, and I want to look at the PLR product. So I'm going to type in PLR again so I can find it. Let's look for, we're going to look for launch your online course. Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's look at special report, this 5-minute guide. I really just want a description here. This is what I'm looking for in case you can't follow my mental mental thinking here. So let's say, let's just copy this. And you guys, this is why I wanted to show you this. I could have just typed something here, but I really want to help you if you get to this point and you're like, I don't even know what to say. And I totally get it. So I'm just going to copy that. So now our description says, are you thinking about creating an online course and don't know where to begin? If so, you're not alone. Many people consider creating an online course, but they never get started because they don't know where to begin. Luckily for you, we have a easy 5-minute guide. Now we don't want that, so let's just take that out. We have a online, we have an online course. We have this incredible online course to help you. Exclamation, because I love those. In this course, not guide, oops. In this course, you will learn about the most important steps to creating an online course that is successful and profitable. Let's get started. Okay, that looks good. So that was enough for us to save. So let's go ahead and save. Now, the next step is we've already chosen our category. You can choose the language. If you need to edit that, you can choose that here. Here is where you're going to add the workload hours, and that is for the entire course. So that again, that's why I was talking about, I love to have the timestamp of the videos to let me know how long it actually is, because if I know, like from this list, if I know how long the videos are, I can just add that up and then put that there before I even begin. But since I'm not going to, um, since I'm not going, or since I'm going to be adding additional videos like bonuses and things, I don't want to do that until I'm completely done. So I always save that part for the end. You can choose to allow the person who's taking the course to ask questions to the instructor, and then you can put your email here, or you can actually take this off. Now, in my courses, since I have a group, I really, really want people to ask the questions in the group, because when they ask the questions inside the e-learning, then they're the only ones who get the answer to that question. But if I drive them to the group and say, ask the questions in the group, not only am I growing my group, but I'm also giving other people the opportunity to benefit from the answer. So if you guys have ever private messaged me and I say, hey, ask the question in the group so others can benefit, that's why. Because, if I'm, all day long I get messages and sometimes I miss them and whatever. But if you go to the group, and especially if you tag me in the post, then I can go there and definitely not miss your question. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to set this up. I'm going to actually drive them to the group, so I'm not going to allow them to ask me individual questions. You can choose here to show the search bar, but it only works if registration is not required or student is logged in. Okay, so I actually just leave this off because I don't think we're going to add enough courses here to actually make a huge difference in having that search bar. This here is going to be the email that you want Mailing Boss to send out when it's course related. Okay, so for example, if you have a quiz on your course and you want to email them their certificate that they've completed, which we can do, which is so cool, then you want to put the email here. Otherwise, it's going to default elearning@builderall.com. And special note that if you choose an email here, you have to make sure that it's verified in Mailing Boss. So if you don't know how to get your email verified in Mailing Boss, you can always come here to the home page. You can go to the knowledge base, and then you can just type in, let's see if the word is verified, because I'm just going to pretend that I don't know what I'm doing here, even though to you guys it probably looks like it. And I want to show you how you can just find the answers. You don't have to wait, okay? You can just find the answers. So let's see, verify. Okay, so here we go. How to verify an email in Mailing Boss. So that's how you could find the training if you do not know how to verify your email in Mailing Boss, okay? So let me go ahead, since I already have one verified, I'm just going to use this one here, info@bridgetbartlett.com. Okay, so that's where my emails are going to come from. So the next step, now we need to upload our instructor avatar. And again, it needs to be 100 by 100 pixels. So let's go back to Canva. My little share screen thing is in the way of my tab. Let's see. Dang it. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to pull this up. Okay, now I can reshare. That's inconvenient. Okay, guys, so now here we are back in Canva, and this is the correct size. So what I'm going to do is just click on this, and then I'm going to delete. Now I need to go to my uploads. I'm sure that I have a picture of myself. Let's go ahead, and I don't want to use that one because it promotes another business. Let me scroll through my images here, and I want to find an image I can use. So we'll just choose this one. And we want to expand it and make it the correct size. So that looks good. Now we'll just say, we'll call this Instructor logo. And I'm going to download. Now, since this is the full size, I don't really need to worry about it being transparent, but I definitely want to choose PNG. So I'm just going to go ahead and download. And the cool thing is it opens our folder automatically, and it chooses the title that we called it in Canva. So that just saves us a step. So now I'm going to click Save. Let's go back. I'm going to just upload this image now. I'm going to go Vision Graphics. Where's our folder? And here's our instructor logo. So there's my picture. Again, let's go ahead and save. Now, here is where you're going to basically advertise your expertise. So I am going to say local business marketing training and support specialist, um, digital marketing agency owner, affiliate marketer, and um, business owner. Okay. All right, so that's what we'll say. I always struggle when people ask me what I do because I don't really know how to tell them all of the things that I do in like one short thing. But here is, you want to sell yourself here. You want to tell people what you do, especially if you're the instructor. Why should they take your course? Why should they believe anything that you say? So that's really what you want to put here. I'm going to go ahead and save again, just because save is our friend. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to registration and protection. So in this area, it says, do you want to require registration into the course? Okay, so you don't actually have to. And you could just send them, kind of like what we did with the email list challenge. We didn't require registration, and you could just literally take that link and share it to anyone. They don't have to be registered. Anyone can view it. However, if you want to sell this course, you definitely want registration to be required to view the content, and upon purchase, right? And that's what we're going to set up in the super checkout when we get to that point. And you could also actually lock down certain lessons to require registration if you do not want the whole course to be required. So maybe you want to give them the first 10 lessons, and then you have like a bonus course, and they have to be registered at that point to get access to the bonus course. So lots of options again. So what we're going to do is just say registration required to view content, because when we set it up in the super checkout, we're going to set it up to where it will create a registration as a new student when they purchase. Okay. And again, don't get overwhelmed thinking about all of that. I'm going to show you how simple that actually is when we dive in and start doing it. You can actually close the registration of your course if you want to by toggling this on. And it says if registration is disabled, no new users can sign up for your course with standard registration form, but they can continue to buy your course through the checkout if it's configured. So again, that's just something else to note, but we of course want our course open. Now, you can also create a social proof campaign. And what social proof is, and again, this is just integrated into Builderall. And if you guys are like beginner marketers, I don't know if you could really grasp the beauty of the integration with all of these tools. Because if I wanted to add social proof, which is basically like a little window that pops up, I'm sure you guys have seen it on many websites, a little window in the bottom left corner pops up and it says, Billy Bob just signed up for this course 5 minutes ago, or something like that. And it's a really, really cool feature to have on your website. But if you used another platform, you would have to either pay for that widget or you would have to install it. And it kind of gets complicated sometimes. But since we have all of these tools integrated, you can see this is just built into the e-learning. So you can, if you have a campaign already created, you can connect that here. We will create a social proof campaign and we will connect it, but I don't want to get out of here and go to social proof and start showing you that. I really want to concentrate on the e-learning right now. So we will get to all the bells and whistles, but right now we're just going to concentrate on e-learning. So the next step here is the URL to navigate on Logout. So if you want to send them to another URL when they've logged out of the course, you can do that. Like maybe you have bonuses, or maybe you have a membership area, you want to send them to your website, whatever you choose to do. It says fill in this field if you're going to sell your course through Super Checkout. So definitely we'll come back to that after we have created all of our super checkout and everything. So we can toggle this switch on if we want to automatically activate new registered students, which we do because, again, it's going to be through the checkout. It says if disabled, instructor will need to activate every student manually. And, the beauty of setting up a funnel like this is the automation part. But sometimes, for example, if you're giving this to a team member, and you want to make sure that it's only your team members that are getting access, you can actually just set it to manual, and then you can see who's trying to register and verify that they are on your team, and then you can approve them that way. So it's just important to know that you do have that option. We're going to keep it on automatically activate because we're going to have the super checkout create the registration. So the next step here is require email confirmation. So users will require to confirm their email to finish the registration. I'm going to leave that off because we're going to be adding this into a funnel. So we're going to already create that part. But if you just wanted to send them to the e-learning and send an email confirmation, you could do that here. You could also toggle this switch on to capture the students' emails in Mailing Boss. So if you want to just add them to a list, you can do that here. We actually don't have our list created yet. We're just setting up the e-learning. So, like I always say, we're working backwards. So we'll definitely come back to that. You can also protect this e-learning. So if you want to make sure that when someone purchases your e-learning that they don't go share it with everyone in their company or, everyone in their email list, you want to make sure that only the people who purchased are able to view your e-learning. You can actually put a domain here. So if I put bridgetbartlett.com/e-learning, the only way that you could view this course is if it is in that domain. Okay. So they couldn't like extract the course with the link or any of that stuff. Okay. So it's just another layer of protection. So here is where we're going to create the modules and the lessons. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and finish the overview here, and then that will be our last step. Let me go ahead and check your questions here. Okay, no questions. All right, so now let's go to the facts. So this is really important. Here is where every time you launch a course, you always want to have beta testers. You just reach out to a few people that you know, preferably a mixture of people who are already digital marketers and people who know nothing about digital marketing, because you want to get a good overview or you want to get a good sample group of people who would potentially be coming into your funnel. Okay. You want to make sure that it flows nicely, but also you want to make sure with the digital marketing people that, things are worded correctly, things go to the correct place. A person who's not experienced in digital marketing, that they would not recognize. So it's definitely helpful to have a good group of beta testers. Also, part of that is when you do the beta testing, people will be testing out your funnel and they'll say, well, every time I was in the funnel, I had this question. And that's a question you want to add to your facts. Okay. Maybe you want to add your own question and answers in there that are provocative enough to, get a sale. For example, you could add a question that says, and let's just go ahead and add this question. So we'll just say, do I need any tools to launch my own course? So now we'll give the answer. Okay. So the question I'm asking, do I need any tools to launch my own course? I'm asking that question because I want to give them the answer as Builderall, right? But it is a legitimate question that they may have, like what kind of tools do I need to have? So let's give the answer. The best tools you can use for your course will be Builderall. It has over 40 tools that you can use for your business. Of course, I would say something better than this because I'm just on the fly. I think this is so valuable to see. I didn't plan this out. I didn't think deeply about this. I just want to show you guys what I would do if I was creating this course. And not everything is going to be perfect when you first do it. But the point is just get the things created. And then after everything's created, you definitely want to go through it multiple times yourself, and you want to read all the things again later on, like when everything's done, with a fresh eyes and a fresh mind. Okay. You'll always get a different perspective and you'll always want to change things. So just put things kind of like in a beta like type of placeholder, so that when you do come back, you kind of have a general idea of what you want to put there. So let's see, it has over 40 tools that you can use for your business. If you want to check it out, you can get access for 30 days for just $1. And I'm going to put my Builderall affiliate link here. Marketing tools. Okay, so here is our question and here is our answer. I'm going to go ahead and click create question. So now we have one of those. I'm going to save again. And then now here is where we can actually create a test that we want them to pass at the end of the course. So if you're a local business, and let's say you have like an orientation course that you give all of your employees, and you want to make sure that for accountability purposes or insurance purposes and compliance, you want to make sure that they actually paid attention to the course. You can create a quiz at the end. And then when they've completed the quiz and they got a certain percentage, maybe you want them to get 100%, maybe 80%, then you can actually they can pass or fail, and then you can choose one of these certificates to send to them to say that they have passed, and then you can require them to send to you. Okay, so but if you want to toggle this switch on, it will send them that certificate, and like I said, that you can tell them, hey, all I need is the certificate for you to be able to start your first day or put you on the schedule or however you want to say. But it's totally up to you whether you want a quiz or not. So again, it's just nice to know that you have the option. I'm going to go ahead and just toggle this off because I'm not going to do a quiz on this one. This is more like a lead magnet. I'm not really requiring them to pass anything, but you certainly could. So again, totally up to you. It's great to have options. So now we can open the course theme editor. And here is where you can choose the theme of your course. So right now, it's just going to be blue and black. And you see here's the little light bulb logo. Here's my instructor. So that's where those things are going to be. Here's the instructor name. And then here is the expertise section. So it's going to put that under the instructor name. So you can choose yellow and there's also going to be a banner. We can't really see in this preview, but you basically just want to choose whatever color you want for your course. You can also choose layouts. So if you want it to be vertical, horizontal layout here, you can choose full width or boxed. You can choose to show the navigation bar or hide it. You can have it on top. Let's choose style 2, see what that looks like. You can change the primary background. So lots of really cool things. But again, this type of thing is like what I do to fine tune. This is what I do at the end of everything. Once I've created all of the content, I've got the funnel working properly, that's when I want to go back in and really fine tune my design. And I want to make sure that everything is reading properly. And, if I can add any bells and whistles like social proof, this is the time that I want to choose to do that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to choose purple because purple is actually, let's see, the dark purple. Ooh, I like that actually. Let's just make it this one. So once you get the theme good, you can go ahead and click here to save default theme, and then let's save the theme settings for this course. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and X out of that, and we'll go back and save again. And here you can allow the students to edit their own theme, which is really cool. Definitely want to do that. Just adds a little layer of participation. And then let's see, display progress of lesson to students. We'll definitely do that as well because we want them to see where they stopped and left off. So this says drag or click a file to upload 16 by 16 pixels because that's going to be the favicon. So now let's go back to our original, our Canva here. And this time I'm going to create a design that is 16 by 16. That says must be at least 40. So let's go ahead. Let's choose 40 and 40. And we'll do create design. And let's go ahead and just use that same image that we used before as our favicon. So we'll just use this one. This is actually really what I use for my favicon actually. So we'll just go ahead and use this one here. If you move this like back and forth, there should be a line. Because it's so small, it may not show, but there's usually a line that will show up right in the center to let you know that you've centered your image. So we're gonna just call this course favicon. And let's download, and we want it to be transparent. So we'll download there and we'll add it to our folder here. And if you guys don't know, a favicon is this little symbol up here. So it's going to show when in the browser. So you see this little blue octopus here, that's the Builderall favicon. So let's go ahead and we just want to upload our favicon here. And it's really, really hard to see because it's so small. Let's go ahead and save again. And here, definitely going to come back later because you can choose what you want to display on the main page of your course. You can make it the standard, which is just going to basically be the description of the course. You can add an iframe, an image, or an HTML code. I love adding an iframe because I love to go to Cheetah, create a beautiful page, and then add it here. So all I have to do once I've designed my page is just paste the URL here. Now, I will say Monday, I walked you through my whole course. I funnel hacked myself and everything. And when it got to my course, I could not figure out why I could not see the home page. And when I say home page, let's preview our course right now. This page right here, as soon as you go to the course, this is the home page, and I could not figure out why it was not showing. Well, here's why. Because if you have a domain connected to your iframe page that you're going to put in your course, it will not show. So you need to create your iframe page outside of the funnel that you're going to be um, creating and connecting a domain to. Okay, so again, I'll show you all of that. I'm going to submit that to the developers because I don't really think that that's right, but we'll see what they say. I don't know. They're way more technical than I am. So just a note to yourself that if you do want to add an iframe here, just make sure that it is the naked link and not connected to a domain. So now that we have all of this created, again, I'm going to go ahead and click save, and let's go back to the modules and lessons. So to explain to you like the hierarchy of the e-learnings, a module is going to be like chapter 1. And then a lesson is going to be like the first lesson in that chapter. Okay, so it's always modules and then lessons. So let's look at our list here. So here's what our courses are going to be. All right. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to call this lesson 1. And then I'm going to call this, or I'm sorry, I'm going to call this module 1. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. And this is going to be the title of my lesson. Okay. Because if you look on the actual course, actually, we don't have one. I'll show you what it looks like after I do the first one, but it'll say the modules listed here. And then when you click on it, it opens up another tab. And so it has to say something to tell them to click on it. So like I said, if I just confused you, I'm sorry. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's call this lesson 1. We can add a description here if we want to, but I'm not going to right now. We'll just go ahead and create that. Now you could, and this is actually what I did the first time. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and create lessons 1 through 10. I'm just going to duplicate it and then I will come back. But actually, you can save yourself a lot of headaches and time if you just create them one at a time, and I'll show you why. So here is lesson 1. Now I'm going to expand this here, and you see that we have, you know what, for the sake of communication, let's just call this chapter 1 because I don't want to confuse you. This is actually called a lesson. So when I'm naming the module, I don't want to call this lesson 1 and then confuse you. Okay, so from now on, I'm just going to call that chapter 1, and then we'll create our first lesson inside of that module, chapter 1. So here we want to put the name of the lesson. So it's going to be 3 best ways to record and publish your online course. Now, Monday, we will come back and we're going to jazz this up, and I'm going to show you, we'll put some text here, some images and things like that. Actually, we should do this today because I don't want to have to duplicate this and then do it all over again. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about this as I'm doing it. So here is where you want to put the duration. So remember I said it's so cool to know that. So we're going to just round up because you couldn't put, at least I don't think, let's see, try 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh, yeah, so you can't do that. So we're just going to round up. So we're going to say this is 4 minutes long. We're going to say it's easy. You can go to the content, and here is where we're going to choose the videos that we added yesterday. Let me see if you guys have any questions. No questions. Um, Okay, so you can choose a YouTube video if you, and this is the beauty, you guys. You could actually take any course on YouTube, even if you didn't create it, and create an e-learning from it. So if you wanted to go to Builderall and you wanted to choose the entire series on maybe some boot camps, or you wanted to do maybe all the Tuesday night trainings that are in a series or something like that, you could actually choose that, even if it's not on your channel. Okay, so that's really cool. You can choose a Vimeo video and just add the link. You can actually upload a video directly from your computer. You can choose Vidello if you're using that as your video hosting, or you could use the Builderall Video Manager. You can actually use a video from Amazon, and these are all cool things that I am just seeing right now that I have not seen before. So I'm completely amazed right now. So you can use video from Amazon S3, which I don't even know what that is. SoundCloud, so cool. SlideShare presentations. You can add a PDF file, a web page, HTML code, an image, or you can just add text. So lots of cool options there. But since we uploaded our videos to the video manager, we're going to go ahead and choose that. Now, you may be thinking, why would you choose to upload the videos to the video manager instead of just choosing to upload from the computer directly? Well, the point is because the video manager, once you upload it one time, it's hosted with Builderall, okay? But you can also get all of the analytics. You can add a video wrapper to it. You can add a tag to your video. You can tell how long people have watched the video. You can get all of that data from the video manager. So it's always definitely better to upload to the video manager and then just choose the video you want to use. So we're going to use the Builderall Video Manager, and now we're going to select the video inside the manager that we want to use. So remember when we were uploading yesterday, I said it's really important to put, lesson 1, lesson 2. That way you don't have to constantly look at your list and be like, well, what was lesson 1 called again? I know easily it's lesson 1. So I'm going to go ahead and choose lesson 1. Again, I can choose the autoplay. I could choose to give them controls, which I definitely want to. But if I did not, I could customize that and just give them the sound and full screen controls or allow pause. I said this yesterday. When I have done e-learnings, I have definitely gotten comments that people would love ability to control the videos, because sometimes you get a phone call and you can pause it, or sometimes you want to just back up a little bit because you missed something. So I always like to have the controls. You can actually drip the lessons to your students at a specific time from the moment that they registered. So if I wanted lesson 1 to only be available a day after they registered, or an hour after they registered, maybe 5 minutes or something like that, I could drip those out. So if you want to send an email campaign for 30 days and say, hey, go to your e-learning, today it was released, blah, 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 this video. So lots of cool options there. If you want to add any links to this this lesson here, you can go ahead and do that here. If you want to add any files, if you want to add a test here, you can do that, or any comments, you can do that here. So let's go back to the content and we're going to say that we're happy with this. And, but one thing I do want to do is actually show you how to customize this area, because when we duplicate, and this is what I was telling you, don't, to get one exactly how you want it and then duplicate and save yourself so much time. That is a hard lesson learned. So to be able to do what we want to do, let's go back to Canva. So now I'm going to X out of this and I want to change the size to, let's see, 1920 is going to be the width size. And let's go ahead and make this 300. And I think that that was correct. Let's actually resize it. Let's make it 500. Okay. Let's make it I think it was 400. Okay. So I want to create a banner for my course. So I'm just going to resize that. Okay. So this is 1920 by 400. And let's go ahead and name this eLearning banner. Now from here, I want to basically put, this is going to be above the video in that module. So I can actually look through here and find some banners that I could use. I could choose any of these styles. I don't want to really take forever choosing this, but I did see one that's kind of already my color. So let's choose this one here. And let's put, we'll just advertise Builderall. So let's just say Builderall. Let me get in here. I need to access this bottom box here. There we go. So now I'm just going to say Builderall, 40 plus tools for $1. So, I mean, I'm using Builderall because this is, this is what we're using, but you guys could promote whatever. I mean, you don't have to promote Builderall like this, but if you have your own coaching or your own business or whatever that is related to the course that people who are interested in your course would be interested in, this is a great way of just advertising for that. So let's say that this is perfect. Let me go ahead and highlight this because I want it to be a branded color. And one of the things that I love about Canva is that you can actually store your branded colors here. So I'm just going to make that purple. Let's use my orange color. Go back over here. Okay, so I like that. We'll just say, oops, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so now we're going to download. Since I don't really care if it's transparent or not, we'll just download here. And we're going to go ahead and save it. And I'm going to minimize this. Now I want to add this image to this banner. And you'll see when we add all of this, you'll see why I wanted to do this. Okay, so now that you've added that, if you click enter, it goes to the next line here. So what I'm going to type is, because they can't click the banner. So this is why I'm doing this. Okay, so let's say get access to the world's most complete digital marketing system. Well, we'll say platform in the world for just $1. And now I'm going to actually, I'm going to put my affiliate website here, domain. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. And if you come up here, you can add a link. So I'm going to go ahead. You see the https:// is already there. So I'm just going to type this in, tools.com. And okay, now I need to make this bigger. So I'm going to highlight all of it. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change this to heading. And that looks too big. So let's try heading 2. And then let's go ahead and center this. And it looks pretty good. So that's what it's kind of going to look like. And at the bottom here, if we wanted to say, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in our group. And we'll say join here. So let's go ahead and let's make this a little bit bigger. We'll say this is a heading 3. And then we will highlight this and let's create a link. Now let's actually go and get the link for our group. Let me get this over here. And I'm just going to paste this here. So now we have the link to our group here. And we'll say 4 minutes, easy. All right. So now this is what I want to be. Basically, the template is what I'm creating. So I'm creating the template for every other lesson. Okay. So I'm going to go create lesson. Now I'm going to save and I'm going to preview. I'm going to show you what we just did. So here is our course, and you see here's chapter 1. So that's what we named our first module. And if you click here, now you see the lesson shows up. So if we put, chapter 1, 3 ways to record and publish your online course up here, when we clicked the button to the drop down, it would have nothing. So that's why I always say add the chapter here and then the actual lesson here. So let's click here. And you see here is what our actual course looks like. So here's our image, and you see it's the correct size. Since we chose the dark background, we definitely want to change this color here because it's washed out. But you can see if you click the link here that it oh, we're in the preview mode. But you see the link is clickable. So as you hover over it, it underlines. So we also have the lesson here. If you don't want this to be there on the video, you can go to the video manager and then disable that. And then down here, we have our text. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in our group. Okay, so, and then we have our link here. Now, if you guys copy and paste into this, you always need to, even if your links show up and it looks clickable, you always need to go back and make sure that you activate the link like this. Now, the reason is because if you don't do this, if you don't insert the link like this and just leave it, like paste it and just leave it, it's not going to open in a new tab. And that's very important. Okay. You always want it to open in a new tab because I don't want them to lose their place in the e-learning. Okay, so that's just another little trick to know. So I'm going to go back and I want to change the theme. So we're going to go back here because again, this is just this is literally what I do, guys. It's just trial and error all the time. Like, no one gets it perfect all the time. So we're just going to choose the light theme because I really like the purple to show up on those links. So we're going to choose the light theme and I'm going to click Save Theme Settings. So I'm going to X out of this. Let's go back and save and let's preview our course. And so now you see it's the light theme. Let's go back here because we definitely want to make sure that this first module is exactly how we want it to be because we're going to duplicate this. Okay, so if you had any other maybe things that you wanted to give them, you could add that down here or, comment section here. So that's what it's going to look like. So let's go back here now and let's go through. Now that we have this all set up and it's all beautiful, now we're going to go back through to the modules and lessons and let's just go ahead and duplicate this entire module. So now this is going to be chapter 2. It's going to be the name of the module. And you see it's completely duplicated. So if we bring up the lesson, it's actually the previous lesson. So let's pull up our tab here. And now we want the second lesson on our list. So we're going to copy that and let's go ahead and edit this lesson. So we definitely want to edit the name because that's not going to be valid here. And we want to go to the content and we're going to choose the lesson 2 and save. Now we have done lesson 2. Do you guys see how simple that is? Let's save here, and I want to preview, and I want to show you how simple, once you get the first one created. See, here's our first lesson, and here's module 2. And here's our next lesson. Okay, so how cool is that, that we didn't have to redo that every time? So that's why I was saying it's really important to get the first one right and then just duplicate and save yourself so much time. I did not do that the first time, and I really wish I had. So now let's go ahead and duplicate. Let's go back to our list, because now that everything is set up and we've gone through it all, now this is going to be easy peasy. Okay, so let's go ahead and name our module. Actually, I'm so sorry. This is going to be module 3. So we're going to say chapter 3. And okay. And let's go ahead and edit the module. And let's change, or I'm sorry, edit the lesson. And one other thing that we want to always do, you see this is 3 minutes and 40 seconds, which is about like average. So here you can change the duration of each one. So that's an important thing to note as well. So we're on chapter 3. So let's go ahead and we'll just choose the next video in line and save changes. So now let's go ahead and duplicate, and we are on lesson 4. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and we're going to call this chapter 4. And okay. And let's edit the lesson, and we're going to highlight and paste and content and chapter 4 and save and duplicate. So here we go with, this is going to be chapter 5. And it looks like all these times are pretty much the same, so I'm just going to leave those. So let's type in chapter 5. And let's go ahead and edit this lesson here. So I'm going to paste, and then we're going to choose lesson 5. We've done enough so far. I definitely want to save, and let's go back and duplicate. So this is going to be chapter 6, and okay. And let's go to our list. So chapter 6 is going to be called How to Choose the Best Course Content. So we're going to highlight, and let's go to the video, edit, and we're going to highlight and Control V to paste. And we're going to choose lesson 6 and save. We're going to go back and duplicate. This is going to be chapter 7 and save. And let's get the title. Go through here. Chapter 7 is How to Make Money with Your Online Course. Isn't that what we all want to know? So chapter 7, edit. Let's change the name and content and 7 and save. And let's duplicate. See how fast this is going? We're almost done here with all 10 videos. All right, chapter 8. Okay, and let's go ahead and open that up. Let's go to the lesson, and let's go to our list here. So 8 is going to be top 3 best ways to market your online course. And we're going to copy, and let's go ahead and highlight and paste and choose the next video, number 8, and save. Duplicate. And this is going to be chapter 9. Go to our list, or as Shelley says, our listy poo. And we're going to highlight the name of this course, which is Top 5 Best Tips for Launching Your Online Course. This is going to be 9. So let's go ahead and, oops, we don't want to edit the module. We just want to edit the lesson. So I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to click Control V to paste. And we're going to go and choose lesson 9 and save. Last one. So we're going to duplicate. This is going to be called chapter 10. And okay. And let's go ahead and edit our lesson here. Let's get the title. Top 5 best tools for creating your online course. Now, what an amazing coincidence that we just happen to have the number 1 best tool for creating your online course. So we're going to go to content and we're going to choose the very last lesson and save. And now we're going to save the whole thing and let's go ahead and preview it. Here's our whole course, you guys. See, our homepage will be right here, so it'll be beautiful. But here is, we've already looked at that one. So here is how beautiful our lessons are. See how they're congruent. They all look the same. So think about the power of being able to create this, you guys, because every moment that they are watching this video, they're looking at your Builderall ad. They have the link here easily for them to see. You know, when we're trying to expose people to our business 7 to 10 times for them to take action. So I mean, you think you're exposing your business or brand to them way more than 10 times just in this e-learning, okay? Besides the fact that it just looks really beautiful. So as you scroll through all of these chapters, you see that they're all the same, but look how professional and beautiful this looks. I am so in love with this e-learning. So like I said, on Monday, we're going to create our homepage, and the homepage is a really great way to tell a little bit more. That's going to be right here. Tell a little bit more about your business. Now, to get the link to this, okay, all you need to do is click here to get embed code. Here's going to be the link to the direct link to your course. So you could copy this and you could go to open your browser and Control V to paste, and then here's the course, okay? And then you'll be able to view it if it's not locked for registration. This specific course is locked for registration. So, but remember, we want it to be that way because we want them to have to purchase to get access to the course. So, and then you could also, if we want to use it in a membership area, we could highlight the embed code and install it in an iframe in our website. And I'm going to show you how to do all of that and lock it down and make sure that no one can watch your course unless they've paid for it. So let's see here. So that's really all I had for you guys today. That really didn't take as long as I thought it was going to be. What time is it now? Okay, about an hour. So in an hour, I showed you guys how to literally create the e-learning. I mean, how simple is that? I am so excited. I really, really love the e-learning. I love it. So many possibilities. Let's see. Let me get to your questions here. Let's see. Alvin says, can you also control the video? They can't download or share those videos. Yes, Alvin, you can. And that depends on the video hosting that you're using. And I showed yesterday how to use the Builderall hosting. And, you know, the point of that is so that it is secure, but also so that you can use all of the cool features that we have, like the tags and the wrapper. And, you know, that's where you can control, like if you want the title on the video or you want them to have access to the controls, that is all in the video manager. So make sure to go back and watch yesterday's video to understand that better. And Alvin says, actually, let me just put your comments on the screen here. I don't know if it'll show if you've already asked them, but so it looks like Alvin says for the drip, after your specified access time, they can still watch back the videos. Yes, the drip is only to give them access to new content. And so we have a Facebook user says, Bridget, I'm using MacBook. The functionality might be different after downloading my video. Do you know how I can upload it? Video manager. You can upload, it doesn't matter what computer you're using, you can upload to the video manager. And again, go back yesterday and watch the training because I walk you through all of that. We, you know, Monday, I funnel hacked myself, and I showed you how to basically how to do all of this. I gave you an overview of the whole process, what it looks like on the front end and the back end, and all the tools involved. And then Tuesday, I showed you how to find a lead magnet, an ebook, and a course using PLR products already created for you. If you don't want to create your own course, or maybe you need a starting place to figure out, how to set it all up, or just the outline, emails, lots of things that we found in the PLR. So and then on yesterday, we took those PLR videos and we uploaded them to the video manager, and I explained all of that and all of the options there. And then so today is when that's the next step, where we take the videos we've already uploaded and then we put them into the e-learning manager. So already, this is why I talk about, how much I love Builderall, because already we've used the video manager, we've used the e-learning now, we've used the email autoresponder that we have, and that's just for now. I mean, on Monday, we're going, because tomorrow is live Q&A day. So if you guys have any questions, you can join me in Zoom and we can see face to face. And then I can better help you and answer your questions. It's easier for me to talk back and forth with you than to try to message and then explain what I can easily show you visually. But Monday is when we're going to use the website builder to create our homepage of our e-learning, and then we'll go into actually creating the funnel now that we have the products. So let's see. So is it Naeem? Says, "Hi, Bridget. I have a client that wants a funnel for her course, but she has her course in Udemy. How can I integrate it or have those videos in BA?" If she can give you the original video, like an MP4 file or something like that, or if you can extract them and download them, you can upload them to the video manager. But you can also, we have so many options. Like if it's hosted with Vimeo or Vidello, or if the videos are on YouTube, you can just put those links into the e-learning. So you don't even really have to use the video manager if you have the videos in another video hosting. So still lots of super cool options. So looks like we have a Facebook user that says exactly what I'm looking for. Yay, awesome. I'm super excited. So let's see, any more questions? Okay, looks like I don't have any more questions, so we're going to go ahead and call it a day. And remember, if you want to join me in the Zoom tomorrow, it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's New York time, so it'll be exactly 23 hours from now. We will do the Friday live Q&A, which I do every single Friday. It's my favorite day because I love to tell you guys about new stuff, and I love to be able to answer your questions in real time. And plus, I like to see you guys face to face. It's one thing to read the comments and everything, and it's a whole other thing to actually be conversating and meeting everyone. So I love Fridays. So that's all I have for you guys today. Before I let you go, if you are a paid Builderall member, go to your dashboard in the top right-hand corner. You'll see in the menu, the main menu, it says training. Go to the training and you can take my course. You can take my course for local business marketing. You can take Jean's course for network marketing, Jackie's course for physical products. Terry is product launch, and Keck is the information products. So if you guys are interested in any of those niches, all of those courses are free in your dashboard for you to use. If you are a free member, they're not there. So definitely click the link in the description, become a Builderall member for $1 for 30 days, and you're going to be like hooked. You're going to get unlimited access to all of the tools, even the email autoresponder, unlimited. So you could have, you could build an email list of 1 million email subscribers and you're never going to pay any more money. The beautiful thing that I love so much about Builderall is that There are no upsells. Like, you pay for the tools, and that's all you need to do. I mean, you can get the funnel club if you want to for like 400 funnels. I mean, that's a huge amazing deal, but you don't have to. You could just use the tools, and then you get access to all of those training courses and all of our groups, and you get these challenges that we do to help you to help better assist you. But what's cool about it is, because there's so many possibilities, you can narrow down your niche and then just get the training focused on exactly what you are trying to do with Builderall. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Let's see here. All right, I see my outro video. All right, guys, have a beautiful Thursday. Go build it with Builderall.